welcome to FixTheChat.com.
Where last week we didn't fix the chat.
We remembered to fix the chat this week.
Yes.
So there will be chat, audience participation. Oh, the stupid camera things in front of the chat. We're fixing the chat further fixing the chat.
You fix it. We're fixing the chat for us this time.
Alright, chat is fixed. Oh, you made a nice little stair stepper.
I did. Isn't that pretty?
With your decks there.
I'm proud of myself.
So last week Kyle debuted 3.5 new A decks. It was an all A extravaganza, an extravaganza, if you will.
Yeah, I think we actually played. Did we play 4 games?
We played 5 games, but I conceded on at the start of turn 3 for one of them.
Well, I think I will call that a game in the loosest of senses.
Okay, then we played 4 games with 5 different deck matchups.
Yes. Since we did play 4 of my decks last time, we will be seeing one of those decks again this week. But the other 2 are different. I don't have any other surprise new decks this week. I can't pull that off 2 streams in a row. But
I'm going to assume Kyle's going back to an A, an S, and a double A.
That is correct.
This week. Of course, now the onus is on me because Kyle's made some more A decks, meaning he can match with my A's. So I have to figure out how to make more S decks. That's not as easy as it sounds.
No, that is.
Making A decks sure is easy. Making S decks, less so.
The secret is you just buy the super broken sets and throw some cards together.
I'll have to find some DC Legends. And like enough to make a deck out of, so like 3 boxes for $200 a piece or whatever.
Hold on, I'm going to save you some trouble. I do happen to know of a set that has a bunch of overpowered cards that I think are terrible.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And I am going to give to you.
I intend to take those cards.
Yes.
The reason I haven't taken the cards yet,
yes.
I think we've even discussed this in the stream, is I need to bring some kind of storage to bring the cards home in. Today I brought storage. Kyle eyeballing the storage I brought. However, the storage is actually a gift to Kyle because he needs storage for some of his other cards.
That is true, but we could temporarily use the storage that you had intended for me for you.
I could, if that's what you'd like.
It's an option.
But then, not only will I have your cards, I will also have your storage.
That's true,
probably
yes.
for an indefinite amount of time.
Also true.
Because I do have 2 other sets of yours that I'm probably not actually going to do anything with and should probably just return. But
what sets of mine do you have at the moment?
I have...
You have Team Up?
I have Marvel Team Up.
Okay.
That's one of them, and I have... Who is Shield in? I have your Shield cards, but I think I have a whole set of that or something.
Yeah.
So I have both of those.
You know, it's funny. I was rummaging through my cards, and I'm like, there are 2 sets that I can't find.
Oh, I have them.
And that's good. I mean, we've cleared this up. That actually solves one of my one of the things that I was wondering about.
Let's see. Nobody's here tonight. I'm gonna text Chris and remind him that we're playing.
Yeah. Yes. I guess you should do that thing. That is a thing that could be done. So yeah.
Well, I'll pick a deck in the meantime. How about this guy?
Right in the middle. It's a good choice.
Yeah. So you can at least tell me what it is.
Yeah. Let's see. This is. This one is the S.
The S deck. Oh boy. All right. Well. I believe the last time I played S's, which was 2 weeks ago, I played Future Friends. I think that is so. Would you concur?
That seems right. We did skip a week in the middle, so it would not be catastrophic if we saw a...
Future Friends is
replay.
Monel, Bartox.
I feel like that was the one we saw.
That's the one that we saw. Right. So we are going to play this deck.
I'm also going to throw a single card on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick it back up, put it back in the deck, so that I'm playing with a full deck. Inner or outer?
Inner. Inner is the winner.
Wow. That's actually one of the first times I've seen Inner not win.
Aww.
That is atypical. Last time I think we had 4 for 4 Inner die with our brilliant new deck, or die going first strategy determiner. Boy, that was just... That
was some awesome technical jargon you just dropped on us, Kyle.
I'm likely to have more before the night is done.
Yeah, no kidding.
I will go... odds. I will go odds. This is more
I think I shuffled too much. I'm supposed to only shuffle 4 times. I just shuffled 6 times.
You're just bucking...
I should be careful. I notice when in my normal speech patterns, I tend to say things under my breath a little bit like I did just then.
Yeah.
That stuff does not come through very well on the mic. So I need to enunciate. You can hear that I'm mumbling something, but you can't really make out what I'm saying.
Well, to be fair, that's about half of what we say. I mean, it doesn't make sense anyway. We're just throwing syllables together and being optimistic. Hey, it's our good friend S.H. Dragon.
Hey! Everybody calls us nerds, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep this. Could be terrible. Hi, Chris.
Aw.
Welcome to the stream.
Need to not keep that. And
what's an uncommon?
Ooh. Okay.
So what did you say you were going?
Oh, terrible. I was going terrible.
Yes, but which is...
it was odds.
Odds, okay.
Well, I do not have one drop.
Oh, dear. Well, I've got Mr. Winslow Shote. Mr. Winslow Shote is Toyman, and his power is Vengeance. Whenever Winslow Shote becomes stunned, I may put target card from a KO'd pile on top of its owner's deck. He'll attack you for 2.
I will take 2. What the hell? Oh, thank you, my dear. I've just had an incredible taco delivery. I rarely get to show this up, and I'm going to show off incredible tacos provided to me by my lovely fiancée. These are turkey tacos, and they will be delicious. Thank you very much, honey.
So here's some crunching on the stream.
Yep.
On the stream.
Yep.
It's going to be Kyle enjoying his tacos.
That is true.
I could have gone really blue with that one. I opted not to.
That's fair. That's fair.
You might scream. They might be spicy.
I'm ready to spice.
I'm going to recruit Mr. Mitzitpitlik.
Oh, that guy.
Mr. Mitzitpitlik costs you 1 less to recruit for each Revenge Squad character you control. Mr. Mitzitpitlik cannot be stunned. Sure. Whenever Mr. Mitzitpitlik is attacked, return him to owner's hand.
Is that a DC name?
It is a DC name? Yeah,
it
yes. It is the name of a DC character.
Yes.
DC
It's
is terrible with names.
That is generally true. I do not have a 2-drop.
Oh my. Well,
I'm only taking 3.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
But I'm not doing stuff.
You all right over
It's
there?
fine. That's fine. I don't need to do What? I think I am being trolled by God.
By
Because
God?
only God
That's a
could have
heck
arranged
of a
my
claim.
deck.
Yeah, and you're an atheist.
I know. Maybe not after this game. Okay, well, I do have initiative. I do have a 3-drop.
Okay.
It's Hellcat. Hellcat is concealed. That's great. Hellcat has backup activate. Target character you control gets +2/+2 this turn. Use only during the build phase.
Well, I don't have a 3-drop.
Well then, I'm gonna attack. What's Shote's power? Put a card on top of the deck.
A card from a KO'd pile, so it could not take effect just now.
If I attack you, you reinforce, you'll take 1 damage. I will take no damage. That's reasonable. But if I attack you and you stun me back, I will not only take more damage, but you'll have an opportunity to do some kind of KO or something, which I really don't want.
What does that mean?
I guess I'll attack you for 5.
I will reinforce
Sure.
Winslow. And I will not fire his power,
Indeed.
as it is not viable at this time. So I will take 1.
Doodly.
I do have the counterstun though. I will play... Almost forgot to do this. I'll play Battle for Metropolis ongoing. Revenge Squad characters in my front row get +1 attack.
That's a great way to do it. I'm stunned and passes all around. Right.
My draw is quite strange.
I do empathize.
I've got Maxima. Maxima does not get recruited very often.
No, she doesn't.
Maxima's power is Maxima has the affiliations of each character I control, and she gets +1 attack for each ongoing plot twist I control.
Ha. It does seem like what you want. I'm going to think for a moment.
Okay. What is Hellcat's backup?
+2/+2 for a character of my choice.
What a jerk.
Yes.
Hellcat's a jerk.
Yes. So all of your front row characters are +1 attack.
Correct.
Well,
We should talk about our resolution for those rules from last stream. I missed that opportunity.
I will probably contemplate on future drops as well.
Okay, sure.
So for now, I will recruit Richard Rider Nova. Substitute. He also has backup. Activate. Activate. Stun target character at the start of the recovery phase this turn. Use only during the build phase. What is Mitsapitlik's text again?
Once bit like can't be stunned.
Damn it. Guy's such a jerk.
Yep.
Can't even get him with stun powers. Okay.
Nope, you could KO him, but you cannot stun him.
Now I must decide if I'll use any backup powers. When he is attacked, he pops to your hand.
Yes.
I'm going to give Nova +2/+2.
Okay. That's all you're going to do?
That's all I'm going to do.
Now I have to think. Now I have to think.
That is a true tale.
Yeah, I gotta use Maxima. No way around it. I will reveal that I have Toy Soldiers. Toy Soldiers' power is ongoing while I control more characters than each other player. Revenge Squad attackers I control get +1 attack and +1 defense. I'm also going to reveal that I have an Evil Stars, Evil Clutches, and Never Ending Battle. In Evil Stars, Evil Clutches' power is ongoing. Return a face-down resource you control to owner's hand. Choose a character an opponent controls. That character loses flight this turn. You may put a card from your hand face down into your resource row. Use this power only once per turn. A never-ending battle is play only if you control a Revenge Squad character. Ongoing. Discard a plot twist card. Target attacker or defender gets -2 defense this attack. So I'm going to attack Richard Rider Nova with Maxim.
Right.
My attack is going to be 12.
11, 12. It's 12 on the board. And you have the ability to reduce it by 2 if you discard a card. Is that correct?
Yes.
12 is a lot of attack.
It is a lot of attack.
Too much attack. Yeah, that is going to work.
I will be counterstunned. I assume you're going to exhaust him and target Winslow.
I cannot. He is backup.
Oh. Well, I will take 4.
And I
Winslow
do
is going
take
to continue to be a
4,
vulnerability soon.
5, 6, 7. 7 damage? 3 breakthrough? Because I'm 9 defense.
9, 3. That makes sense.
7. 35.
This is 6.
Now. Must pass.
I'm in trouble with the single flip tonight.
It's a challenging thing. Challenging business.
What an odd draw.
I understand. She gets +1 attack at all times?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
She is Preus. She's Preus of the 4-drop.
It's pretty legit. I have another 4-drop. This is Samantha Parrington Valkyrie. She has backup activate. When target character you control next attacks this turn, ready it. Use only during the build phase.
I don't have anybody. It's fine. I don't need characters to defeat you. I did get to almost 20 life advantage there.
It's gonna help. Now, I must decide what backup powers to activate before we actually enter the combat phase. It's actually not a trivial decision.
I wouldn't think so. The irony is, I think your 3-drop can't avail you anything, because whomever attacked Maxima is going to be stunned.
Yep.
Your 4-drop can't avail you much, because whoever attacks Maxima is going to be stunned. Although I suppose you could use your 4-drop, meaning Valkyrie, to let you attack twice with Nova, although you can exhaust Nova to get 2 stuns without risking him.
Yep.
Well, if you play your cards right, you could probably swing through with your 3-drop. Or even one of your 4-drops.
It's an interesting scenario, for sure. Mr. makes a platelet cost 1 less for each character you've recruited this turn.
And 1 less for each character I control. Meaning, as long as I have 2 characters, he is free.
Right. So,
Meaning, once he's here, he doesn't go away.
right.
Generally speaking.
Right. So the problem is that, how do I deal with that? Is there a way to deal with that? Yeah, but it's terrible. It's not a thing that I like. So
We're backing up.
we are
Ooh.
backing up Nova. So he is a 9/9, and when he attacks, he immediately readies.
Okay. I'm going to use the power of an Evil Star's Evil Clutches to remove flight from Nova.
Indeed. I did think that was a possibility. I guess it's free, so I should have deemed it a certainty. I think I attack stupid Winslow show. And that's stupid, but it's what I must do. So I read.
I think I will reinforce him.
Yup.
And I will take 1.
Yep.
I suppose I can attack
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, you may do that. And your
You just
attack
reinforced her.
is yeah, your attack is
It is 1 less than last turn, so it's 11.
it's 11.
Because I lost the toy soldier's advantage, but I still have battle for Metropolis.
Right. Kingdom for that thing that I think I do not have.
I am glad that her attack is low.
Yep, that's pretty useful, unfortunately. And all of your attack buffs apply all the time.
This one is all the time. This one is
Right, when you
Attackers.
control more characters and attackers.
targets attackers, and I must control more characters. You're correct.
When can you fire your plot twist?
This one?
Yeah.
Combat.
Any combat.
Yes.
It's another universe.
Well, I must target an attacker or defender. It is otherwise not restricted, but that means combat.
Yeah. Boy, that sucks. I think I just reinforced.
Seemed like the thing that would happen.
Yep, I take 4. Jeez, man. Can't get over giant attack, which I know is the idea. I will pass.
I'm actually going to keep it.
It does surprise me a little bit. I see some value.
I'll be recruiting Brainiac 2.5. Brainiac 2.5's power is Cosmic. Activate. KO target character with a cost less than or equal to the number of ongoing plot twists you control.
Lol.
Use this power only during your attack step. He is also reservist.
That is useful for you. Yeah, okay. I'm actually gonna put this one in my resource row. And then I'm gonna recruit Quasar. Less than or equal to,
Mm-hmm.
and it's KO.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna recruit Wendell Vaughn Quasar. He has backup activate. Target character I control gets +4/+4 while attacking this turn. Use only during the build phase. Can you fire his power at your attack?
Only
step?
during my attack step, correct.
Okay. So how do I do this crap heap? Man, you're gonna beat on my face this turn.
I'd like to. It's a very attractive face.
Thank you. We're gonna say I didn't put down this resource if you don't mind terribly.
I don't.
It has to be that one, and now I have to think about how I use that one that I'm about to use.
I feel like I've got quite an edge, so adjust however you need.
Yes. I think I need to do some weird stuff. I think I need to do weird stuff.
I think one play is quite obvious.
Well, sure. I'm going to target Brainiac 2.5.
What? That is
Um,
unexpected, sir.
I think
That's a lie.
I am going to use her power to target Valkyrie. Then I'm going to use his power to target Valkyrie.
What is his power? I forgot his power.
Target
So she's-
character gets +4/+4 while attacking this turn. Then I will flip up the order. Play only if you control, or pardon me, if all characters you control have the Marvel Defenders affiliation. Discard a card. I'll discard Hellcat. If you do, ready any number of target backup character cards you control. They cannot attack this turn.
Oh dear.
I am going to target your 4-drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to target Valkyrie, and I'm going to target Valkyrie. So Valkyrie is +4/+4 at all times, plus an additional 8/8 while attacking.
Right.
And these two characters will be stunned at the start of the recovery phase this turn.
make this work, I have to cut it close. And I wish that were not so.
Indeed.
I wish that were not so.
I understand.
I'm going to KO Valkyrie, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 right now. I don't need
Good.
more.
Sure.
So she is just gone.
In response to you targeting her, I am going to do one thing. Sure. I'm going to play Sanctum Sanctorum. Activate, exhaust a Marvel Defender's character you control. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put a revealed card with cost less than that character's cost into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck.
Uh-oh. Aw, I'm sorry, Kyle.
That's actually kind of what I wanted, because it must be cost less than the character.
I thought it had to be a character.
A revealed card with cost less.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So I will choose... It's actually a difficult choice. Some good cards.
So I know what this is.
Yeah.
I should know what all of them are.
Yeah.
Right? I guess I only need to know what you keep. Is.
Right. That's kind of what I'm figuring. I am going to select the Crimson Bands of Sidorak, which I will read. Will not be relevant this turn. To play, exhaust a Marvel Defender's character you control. Play only if you have the initiative. Exhaust target visible character. If the character's cost is 4 or less, it can't ready this turn.
Aw. Goodbye, Brainiac's usefulness. Should I be able to restore his counter?
Should you be able to?
Okay, but then she's KO'd.
Yeah, that's correct.
Next, Maxima. Now, first I will reveal that I have Hostile Takeover. Hostile Takeover's power is KO a Revenge Squad character you control. Target character gets -3 defense this turn. Use only once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then Maxima is going to attack Quasar. Maxima's attack is 13. I think so. 5, 6, 7. 13, yes.
And I am -3 defense.
No. Should I KO a character, that would be the case.
I see.
Or I could discard a plot twist card and make you -2 defense.
Gotcha. Attack is 13. Oh, because you've got more characters than me now.
I sure do. And that
Lord
is why I
Almighty.
kept Winslow.
That's hilarious. I'm going to play Defender's Defend. Target exhausted attacker or defender you control gets +3 defense this attack. Now 15 defense.
Oh.
I'm hoping is precisely the right number.
Maybe. I can KO Winslow. That removes toy soldiers from the equation, but gives you -3 defense. So if I understand correctly, we are exactly matched now.
You are 13. Now you are 12 attack. And I am now 12 defense because you negated my card. I do have a power up.
Ah, damn it. I needed that not to be the case. I really did. Ah.
You can discard a plot twist.
No, I can't.
Ooh. I did not foresee that.
No, it's alright. I mean, I can get this done. I have the Graveyard of Solitude. I just can't get the others done. Activate. Target Revenge Squad attacker you control gets +1 attack this attack for each ongoing plot twist you control.
Boy, that's
That
going to
is
hurt a lot.
5.
That's going to hurt a lot. Okay, well, that puts you ahead. I will take 10 damage from that.
4. Now that I have used my Graveyard of Solitude, Mr. Mitsabitlik cannot stun Nova. But he should have been able to.
I'm really glad you couldn't. I got you all the way down to 40. 34 in a moment, actually.
Yep. I guess I'm done. So Brainiac is stunned. I will take 6.
Courtesy of Nova's power.
And I will lose Maxima.
Indeed. I will keep Quasar. And I'll draw some cards. Starting with this card and following with this card. Now it is my initiative. And I am going to...
I may not have you. I know how this deck works.
It's going to do the thing. We'll see if it's enough. I'm going to put my resource row and play the B team. To play, discard a Marvel Defenders character card. I will choose Richard Rider Nova. Search for Hulk. I'm paraphrasing. But
Mm-hmm.
I am hopeful that Hulk is enough. He's pretty horrifying. But I really need him to work. He is very much an all eggs in one basket. So I'm going to recruit Hulk. Pardon me. Hulk's power is... This is ready now. When Hulk enters play, exhaust all other characters you control. I may also discard a Marvel Defenders character card to ready Hulk. I may only use this power once a turn. So... Shuffle failing off camera. I am going to recruit Hulk. And then I have to do all my stuff. That's kind of funny. I guess I will target your 6-drop with Rider, and the other 2 target Hulk.
+4 attack when attacking and +2/+2 always.
Yes. 4/4 when attacking. 2/2 always.
4/4 when attacking. Holy cow. Well, I guess it's a 6-drop. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's the thing. I am going to form slightly differently, I think, though. I think I will form...
Hulk does not have flight, and that helps a little.
That's true.
I could choose to... I have to think. Meh. 23. Oh, that's so much.
I think it's a lot. Get him, Hulk. I like that it's Hulk and Brainiac, because Hulk's flavor text is Hulk smash stupid aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, is Brainiac technically a computer? I forget, is he an android?
He's a computer. Yeah.
An alien computer?
I think he's actually software. I think that's where they got with him.
Yeah.
So when Hulk attacks, he will be +6/+6. He will
Correct.
be a 23.
That's correct.
23. A 23/23 is a very big character.
That's also correct.
So even if I were able to do that, that doesn't get me anywhere.
I should move my deck. I'm going to do that. Get him, Hulk.
If I weren't going to do that, what even the hell?
There will be a moment this turn that you will get a chuckle out of.
23.
Only while attacking.
That's so big.
That is big.
I don't really see that I can do anything other than get hit by Hulk really, really hard. Like, there's stuff I can do, but it's not enough. Only when attacking.
When not attacking, here's a 1919.
No, that's the right thing to do. I'm going to recruit. I'm not running the math. It's going to be close. I'm going to recruit Brainiac 13.
Yeah.
Brainiac 13's power is discard a character card. Target attack or defender gets -1 defense this attack for each ongoing plot twist you control. Use only once per turn. I'm also going to substitute Brainiac 2.5 for Brainiac 2.5. This does invalidate Nova's power, and it does restore his counter.
Very true.
Very briefly.
So to be fair, I know for a fact you have only got, at most, 6 ongoing plot twists.
That's true.
Well, can you replace a face-up?
I cannot.
Okay. -1 defense for every face down.
No, you're
For
really
every ongoing plot twist. It's fine. I've got this. I've got this.
You're adding words that aren't there, sir. 23,
And graveyard can be used.
only on attack. Oops, sorry.
Interesting. A novel. How utterly novel. I have to plan this to a T. Hulk is going to attack your 6-drop. For 23.
Right.
Pardon me.
I'm going to reinforce him. Am I? Yes.
I'm going to play Astral Projection. And also move my hand. Move any number of Marvel Defenders characters you control to your hidden area. If you control Doctor Strange, draw a card. Both of these characters are now hidden.
You're not going to exhaust my 7-drop.
There may be context on that card that you do not recall.
I don't recall it.
I accept. But nonetheless,
Hulk should be ready, right?
I must discard a character card before he's ready. And it is your attack.
You're making me very nervous.
It's fine.
Very nervous. I'm going to declare that I attack Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attack Hulk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is your attack right now? 17?
My attack is only 16 right now.
And I am a 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly you are not going to be able to muster more attack.
I'm going to use the Graveyard of Solitude. 4 plus 5 attack.
So your attack right now is
21.
going to contemplate for a moment. I think I will accept.
Going to reduce your defense by 5.
Your attack is 21, and my defense will be 13 minus 5 is 14. So I will take 6 breakthrough. And also, 7 for this time, that's 13. I accept.
I'm going to reduce your defense by 3.
I'm going to play. Wish I had something better than this. Another Defender's Defend, which gives me 3 defense while exhausted.
I'm going to remove flight from Mr. Mitzabitlik.
I don't like that.
I'm going to give myself plus 5 attack.
God. I think that's just going to work. Yep, that works. I lose.
The plot twist I put in, I can discard for 2 more.
Yep. Yeah.
That's quite the coup de grace.
Yep. My Hulk was the wrong character to search for.
What's the prerequisite for exhaust?
I need to exhaust a character.
Oh. And discard to ready. You didn't have a discard to ready?
I did not.
Wow.
6
that's
cards.
Bad. That's
and
bad.
Not 1 character.
Like, I thought I was going to beat you next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think I was going to beat you this turn.
Yep. It was a really, really bad draw, but I got to do I had one really big turn.
Getting Hulk into play is still terrible. Like,
Yep,
I thought I was on the ropes. I really did.
Yep. But I didn't have a way to
You never
ready
let
him.
on that it wasn't going to happen, so.
Well, I figured depending on what you were willing to play or gamble on, like maybe you pass and wait for the attack, or maybe you don't spend all your stuff in one swing. And I had another little bit of defense. It wasn't enough to overcome that. I was dead no matter what. But yeah, it was I probably should have searched for something else. And I'm not sure what that would have been. I had a couple of options. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just hulked. So one of the best play you made that game by far was getting rid of Valkyrie. I actually had not expected you to do that, even with all the weight on her. I was amazed that you chose to KO the 4-drop, because it seemed like a short-term decision. And I should have spread things around a little bit more. I just did not expect that. I'm like, you took out my 5/9. Yeah, I was going to get a big attack.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about backup is, right? If you have your eggs in one basket and I can just remove the basket,
Yep.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I thought the threat of Hulk and Quasar was gonna make you get rid of Quasar, and I
couldn't. I didn't have 6 resources. I didn't have 6
that's
ongoing
right,
plot twists.
because you had
So I had to choose
the,
one of your 2 4-drops. You
Did
maybe
have-
should have used
did you have
Quasar as an
Graveyard?
attacker.
Yeah, did you have Graveyard
I did
reveal?
have it. I had it
I am
revealed on
tired.
turn 5.
That was a misplay.
Yeah.
I am tired. That was a complete misplay. I should not have done any of that. It was a terrible misplay. God damn it.
Sorry.
That's alright. I'm really,
Well,
really tired.
you got her defense high enough that I couldn't get her easily with my character.
Yeah, but what I really needed... I mean,
Because she has naturally very high defense.
Yeah, my draw was very weird. It was a very weird... I mean, I played 2 4-drops, which means I underdropped on 5. I did have a 6, but then I also missed 1 and 2. And I had to search for my 7, and I also had 6 cards in my hand and no characters.
Well, I missed
Which
3
you
and
didn't know.
5,
That's
which
true.
are pretty significant
Oh,
drops.
God, yeah, I completely bungled that. That was a terrible misplay. If I had been paying attention, because the whole time I'm like, you're just going to get rid of Quasar, so clearly I need to put my eggs on Valkyrie to make you make something of this turn, and absolutely Quasar should have been an attacker. But terrible. I am very sleepy. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I kind of have a feeling I'm going to keep doing that. We'll see where it goes.
Ooh. So, all victories for Ian tonight is what Kyle is saying.
It's quite probable.
Alright, what's next? That one? Is that a new deck?
It is not a new deck.
Okay,
Maybe it is. You can.
As in the deck we didn't just play.
Yes, it is
What
one
is
of
it?
these 2 decks. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is. Don't know yet. This is a double A.
Double A. I will grab this deck that we should talk about.
Yeah, the rules stuff.
The rule stuff. Oh, also, I solved my mystery. Remember how I was saying I thought I had 10 double A's and I couldn't account for one?
Yes.
I don't. I have 9 double A's.
Yay!
It all works out.
Problem solved. Did we promote a deck or demote a deck at some point?
I don't know. I don't know why I got confused. I couldn't tell you.
Well, counting
But
is
I was
difficult.
confused. It is difficult at times. So the 2 things we were... The rules questions we had last week, which it's so rare for us to have
It
rules
is rare.
questions. So it's really fun to get to do that on the stream. There were 2 of them. One of them is really straightforward and simple.
Right.
And that is, Kyle had a character with a printed power to the effect of some payment, I don't even recall the payment, but search your deck for an equipment card and recruit it equipped to this character, or something like that.
Yes.
And the rules, the general rules in the rulebook say you cannot equip a there's a concealed character, that's the key.
Yeah.
You cannot equip a non-concealed equipment to a concealed character. Hey, the other guy's here.
Welcome, other guy.
Boy, I really botched that explanation. And I was going for
really
clarity.
Bad. It was
Wow.
real bad. Take it from the top.
Feel free to jump in and help me
You got
out.
it
So,
right.
yes. So, you cannot equip through a power to a concealed character an equipment that does not have concealed, no matter how it's played. So, Kyle asked if that was something that could happen, and it is not something that could happen. The other effect was when a character comes into play, or when they're recruited, actually. When a character is recruited, there's a uniqueness check that causes other characters of the same name to be KO'd. We read over the rules. Chris theorized that, like in Magic, it was what he called a state-based effect, meaning it doesn't get a stack and it doesn't really have like a chance to resolve or anything. It just happens, and it happens sort of instantaneously. And the situation was Kyle recruited a character with the same name as another character who had an equipment, and the character he recruited
So
had a
interesting.
power that fired if he could KO that equipment.
Right.
And the rules are a little less clear with regards to that, but it does sound like Chris was correct. We think that's our best interpretation. So the character would be KO'd and his equipment would be KO'd during the recruit without being able to fire the character's ability. So that's a resolution. Resolution on those. Revelation. Both of those things. I'm going to roll off. Inner die. Yay, I
Inner die
won.
on that one.
These guys are... I think they're evens.
That was
Is
a great
that
dance.
right? Was it
I love
dance?
that dance. It's kind of
Did I?
sort of like...
Did I cut you
yeah, I
off?
did.
I'm tired too, so it's an exciting night.
I feel as though with only 2 people that live watch our stream, we should learn other guy's name.
I know his name. It's Casey.
Well,
right?
okay, there we go.
I think I know his name. I'd be really embarrassed if that was not his name.
I sure hope you're Casey, other guy. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep this, but
Well,
it's
this is kind of awkward, but I'm going to keep it. Oh boy, what is going on here? What, indeed?
oh man. is a really funny thing I could do, and it's not the right thing to do, and I am sad that it is not the right thing to do. You win to evens?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm very struck by the things that are in my hand. It is a very peculiar combination of things, and it made me make some strange noises just then.
It did. I guess those sounds accurately represented what was.
Yep, I got it right. He says.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. But yeah, I was equally amused by the things coming out of your mouth there. That was a fun and roller coaster ride of audio enjoyment. I do not have a 1-drop.
Okay.
1-drops are for chumps.
I'm going to recruit Beast. I hate this play, and I'm forced to make this play so very much.
Every game.
When Beast comes into play, you may discard an Avengers character card. I'm going to discard 8-drop Thor, who I really don't like discarding.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, search your deck for a team-up card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. The team-up card I'm going to get is... I can't flip cards face up tonight to save my soul. Stormfront 1.
What? Stormfront 1? Is that a team-up card?
It is.
Okay. As a fun reminder, sometimes locations can be team-ups too. Fun fact.
So Beast is going to hit you for 2.
Aw. You discovered a weakness in my plan
I
of
will
not
never
recruiting a
have
character.
8-drop Thor, and that makes me sad.
Nope, never have.
We don't.
I've seen
this
him-
deck doesn't usually get to 8 anyway.
I think I've seen him play once.
8's are rare.
8's are rare.
Okay, so that was
Yeah,
that.
that was a good game. By game, I
Game.
mean turn.
I've won. Ha
Well done.
Go me. Then it is my initiative, so
True.
I will recruit Eric Jostin.
Eric
Atlas.
Justin Atlas. Oh,
Eric
yeah.
Jostin Atlas's power is at the start of my attack, my recruit step. At the start of my recruit step. Put a 1/1 counter on Eric Jostin. If you control 5 or more resources, put an additional 1/1 counter on him.
That is
And I'm going to reveal that I have Stormfront 1.
incredibus.
When you flip Stormfront 1, choose 2 team affiliations from among characters you control. If you chose Thunderbolts and a different affiliation, I did. I chose Thunderbolts and Avengers. I'm sure you could tell.
Yeah, I suspected. There's a rumor.
Draw a card. Long form of crossover those affiliations.
Right.
What a strange draw. It gets stranger and stranger.
Yes. Yeah, I do have a character this turn. I've got Weather Wizard. Weather Wizard has Vengeance. Whenever
Vengeance.
Weather Wizard becomes stunned,
I haven't seen your Vengeance deck in a long time.
it's been a little
I'm
while,
excited.
yeah. Characters you control get +1/+1 this turn and have flight this turn.
I think I'm going to pass.
I'm going to hit Beast for 2.
I figured you would. I'm going to take 2.
2.
No.
2 is the amount. 2. Take that 2.
Whoa.
Ah.
Jumping the gun a little bit there, but that's okay.
That was fun.
I had fun.
Well, it's now the turn that is mine. Mine turn. Guess I'll recruit the calculator. The calculator says he's a 5/3 concealed character, concealed only. Return a character you control to its owner's hand. Target Villain's United character you control gets +2/+2 this turn. Uses power only once per turn. So there.
I will recruit Blizzard.
I hate him.
You do hate him. Blizzard's power is activate, exhaust target character. That character's controller moves it to a different position. Uses power only during your attack step.
Target character.
Target character.
Oh, I don't like that. Do I pick the position?
You pick the position.
Okay. I like that a little more. How do I come out of this head? Is there a way? think I attack Beast.
It's probably the right thing to do. I'm going to take 2.
Suck it.
I'm going to exhaust and move the calculator. And then I don't think it's visible. It's target character. Yeah.
It's Blizzard. He's a jerk.
And I'm going to attack the Weather Wizard.
Yeah. You sure are. I think that'll just work. I'll take
Just a little damage.
2.
You're still ahead even.
Yeah, the problem is one of your characters is gradually getting larger.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's talking about? Sucks to your ends, Mar.
Oh, fascinating. Now I must choose. I didn't expect that. Oh, man. I'm excited.
It is your initiative.
Yeah. These are both so good.
So good.
Oh, this is what the deck was built for. So I'm going to recruit Cobalt Man.
Oh boy, gotta do it. So
Cobalt
good.
Man has loyalty. He is a Thunderbolts character. He also has recruit Cobalt Man only if you control an Avengers character. He also has a boost, which means I'm not going to recruit him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to recruit Thor.
Mm-hmm.
As an additional cost to
Lord.
recruit Thor, reveal an Avengers character card from your hand or resource row. I will reveal that I have Cobalt Man. Whenever Thor causes breakthrough to a player, put the top card of your deck into your KO'd pile. That player loses endurance equal to the cost of that card.
Man. This in turn 1 is not working in my favor.
Well, you said you were sleeping and we're going to lose every game.
That's
right?
true, I did
Are
have a
you going to
solid vow.
recruit Bizarro?
I am.
I love Bizarro.
It's Bizarro. Bizarro's big.
He
Whenever
is
he
big.
becomes stunned, target opponent gains 4 endurance. Like this, maybe?
Maybe. I'm going to exhaust and move Weather Wizard. Thor's going to attack Bizarro.
Yup. Yup. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna work. Let me just see if there's any shenanigans I can do. So how does it work? You,
I will put the top card of my... Should I cause breakthrough, which seems likely, I will put the top card of my deck into my KO'd pile, and you will lose endurance equal to its cost.
that's painful. And we'll get the counters done.
You will.
I'm going to take possibly a ton of damage. Possibly a tiny amount of damage.
Probably not 8.
Probably not 8. 1 breakthrough, 4 for the stun, and then question mark. Yeah, I think it's just going to work.
Well, I'm not going to take any because I gain 4.
That's correct, yes.
Because of your vengeance power. The amount you lose is 0.
Wow. How many 0 cost cards do you have in that deck?
Probably not too many.
Like 4, 3. Well, that worked out about as well as it could have for me, so that's cool. I am going to attack Eric Justin.
Okay.
Because I must.
I'm going to discard the viewing. Discard the viewing. Target Thunderbolt's character you control gets +3 defense while that's not right. Or while attacking a character with greater cost or defending against a character with greater cost.
+3 defense.
Yes.
That's
Uses
so
power
much
only
defense.
if it's in your hand.
My word.
Another 0.
Not anticipating 3. Okay, well. Do you have Grand Gesture? As an additional cost to play Grand Gesture, return a Villains United character card to its owner's hand. Target defender gets -3/-3 this attack.
Oh. Okay.
I believe I am not stunned.
Ooh.
Did you do anything to boost your attack?
Ooh, you are not stunned. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. I think you're right. I think you're not stunned.
I need it.
So I will take, my defense is reduced to 4, so I will take a breakthrough. I will take 3 from that. Now I have to choose if I want to keep... It's so weird to get rid of Justin. I guess he only had 2 counters. He would get 2 more, making him a 6/6.
When does he
Thor
start
is
getting
better.
extra counters? He starts
Next
getting
turn, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to keep Thor.
Yeah, Thor is right now better and has got
Rare
five
that you get Justin. Rare that you get me to choose Justin
Mm-hmm.
at this point in this game.
Oh, this guy real quick. Yeah, started the recruit step, which does happen after the research step. That's interesting. Yeah. Yep. Drawing me some cards. Well. Yeah, I know what the answer here is. It's got to be Black Adam. Black Adam says whenever Black Adam becomes stunned, target character gets -3/-3 this turn.
Oh, that's a good one. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. Alright, well, you're going to attack Bizarro, and by Bizarro I mean Blizzard. You're going to attack
Blizzardo.
Blizzardo. You're going to attack Blizzard with someone.
Yes, it's likely.
It's probably going to be one of your characters with flight.
That's true. It probably will not be the calculator.
It's probably going to be Bizarro because you want me to attack into him so that I get the counter stun, or I don't get the counter stun. Wait, what am I saying? You don't want to trigger his vengeance power, so that's a pretty safe attack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to recruit Cobalt Man, who has a boost that I'm not gonna pay. Recruit
That's
Cobalt
horrifying.
Man only in the conditions I outlined last turn when I tried to recruit him and didn't. Boost 1, I'm not paying it.
I don't like that at
I'm also
all.
going to recruit a force field belt on Thor. I'm going to use my remaining resource point to put a 1/1 counter on him.
Boy, that is
Force field belt says transferable. Equipped character gets +1 defense. Pay up to 2 resource points. Put a 1/1 counter on equipped character for each point you paid. Use this power only once a turn.
I'm not satisfied with that. What did you give up for that force field belt?
Cobalt Man's boost, which
Which-
would have been it's +3 attack for the turn.
For 1 turn. Yeah. It's probably reasonable.
Oh, I did not read that Cobalt Man has invulnerability while attacking.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Might stun Black Adam to try and shrink somebody, but that would be silly.
It's costly. Well,
Because then I get to use Bizarro. You gotta hit Blizzard. I keep calling him Bizarro.
yep. I'm gonna hit Blizzardo for 10.
With Black Adam. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to reinforce him.
I am going to play No Hope, a card that you can't quite see. It has 2 effects. First, I may play No Hope only if I control a Villains United character. Target character loses and cannot have reinforcement. I will naturally select
That's
Blizzard.
going to hurt a lot.
It does have an ongoing effect, which is that I may pay 1 resource point to ping you for 3. I may only do this once a turn.
I'm going to take 9.
Also, I should have put down a resource this turn, which
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
so I'm going to have to do
Ow. Stupid reinforcement strip. That's so rare. Painful when it happens, though.
It's true. It is true.
Naturally, Thor is going to attack. No. Yes, Thor is going to attack Bizarro.
Enjoyed that. Well, I guess that's gonna work. I guess that's just gonna work. So you will deal 2 breakthrough plus a mystery amount of breakthrough. So I will be taking 6 plus
5.
Ooh, that makes it for last time. It's 11. I'm at 30. If I pass, you will probably still attack. We will have to lose a big character as well, and you've got some good dudes. That means I think I have to attack. Calculator is going to attack Cobalt Man. And hit him over the head with a computer. And I am going to... Oh, I don't love that. Is there a better way? In that case, I will do that, yeah. Okay, I am going to stun target non-stun Villains United character you control. If that character has the Villains United affiliation, you may recover it. So I pay 5 life to give you -3, -3. Putting me at 25. High price, but hopefully worth it.
No, it's going to work, so I think that's the right choice.
Get a point of breakthrough.
Yeah, I will take 5 from that.
You take another 3. Net gain in you for life, but I think it saves me a powerful character.
I will have to give my new identity to Thor.
Growing Thor.
Choose a Thunderbolts character you control. At the start of the recovery phase, put a 1/1 counter on the chosen character.
Yeah, I thought you were putting your eggs in the Thor basket. You're going to have that 8-drop Thor yet.
Maybe.
I do have to lose the calculator. Goodbye, calculator.
I wish I could lose Beast. Beast is a liability now.
Indeed. It is now your initiative.
I've got Captain America.
He's good.
That's pretty good. Captain America's power is Leader. Avengers attackers adjacent to Captain America can't be stunned. Avengers defenders adjacent to Captain America get +2/+2.
It's a big fucking Thor.
10/10. Or 12/12 on defense.
That's true.
Whilst adjacent to Captain America.
Read this card carefully. By that I mean this card. That's the one. Okay. Interesting choice. He's a 10-10, 12-12 on defense.
Thor would be, yes.
I will recruit Hunter's Element.
Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom it is. He has Vengeance. Whenever Hunter's Element becomes stunned, ready target character you control. This character cannot cause breakthrough this turn. And then I must form like so.
I think I just attack. I think I attack Bizarro. And I'm also going to use Justice like Lightning, which gives me +2 attack, target attacker. If it has the Thunderbolts affiliation, exhaust a character and opponent controls. I'm going to choose Hunter's Element. Professor Zoom.
Clever. So Zoom is exhausted. So you must target an attacker, is that correct? Target an attacker.
Yes.
Well, that is potentially be a lot of damage, which I don't like.
Whoa.
I gotta think for a second here.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting the counter stun at the moment.
I am not stunnable because I'm adjacent to Captain America.
Oh, I thought that's not just team attackers, it's just
It's Avengers.
Avengers attackers. Oh. That's something. Then I will reinforce with Black Adam.
Right.
I will take 4 and you gain 4. Oy vey. Yeah, I think I just pass. Take a punch in the face from Captain America.
I'm going to attack Hunter Zolomon with Beast. Oh, I can't be stunned. God damn it.
Ha!
Wait. I can do this.
That's hilarious.
Play Justice for All if you control an Avengers character and a Thunderbolts character. Ongoing, characters you control is crossover.
Uh-huh.
Pay 1 endurance, move a leader character
my
you control.
word. That's awesome.
I'm going to do that.
Clever play.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
If you pass again, I'm going to attack with Adam.
Yeah, we gotta do it. That's some
Stupid Beast.
So your attack is 12.
Yep.
So I take 4 breakthrough and 5 is 9. I'm down at 9. Boy, next turn's gotta be fucking great. I am gonna play Baddest of the Bad. Turn a Villains United character to my hand to search for a character card.
Guaranteed you drop. Don't love that.
Forget if I have a choice in this deck or not.
But I've got pretty good life advantage, and my
Dude.
board's not terrible.
Board's in good shape. That's probably what I want. But I'm going to make sure. I will reveal that character in moments. I am only hesitating for dramatic effect. That does technically happen during my previous turn, so then during the recovery phase at ready, I have searched for Deathstroke from the Terminator.
Oh, right. He's a pain in the neck.
Circumstantially so.
But he makes you not play plot twists, I think.
Yes, circumstantially so.
That could be very important.
Yes, circumstantially so.
I'm going to draw a card because I have another storm. Oh, no, that would cost me a resource. I can't do that. Do I do it anyway?
Maybe.
I may. I'm going to draw a card, even though I have to KO Storm for one to do it.
That's incredibus. Right. I'll go recruit. Deathstroke the Terminator. Deathstroke the Terminator has, whenever he becomes stunned, if I've played no plot twist this turn, you may KO target character. If you do, you cannot play plot twist this turn.
So the secret is I have to make sure none of my characters have 13 attack.
Simple enough.
I think I'll be able to swing that. I'm going to recruit Beast and Blizzard, and I'm going to pay 2. What happened? I'm going to pay 2. That makes more sense. So that makes him a 13/13.
Except on defense if he's next to Cap.
Except on defense if he's next to Cap. Oh. Force field belt. No. I don't know why. I may as well leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, the
There's
point
no
of defense
reason to.
did not affect that outcome.
It seemed cleverer in my head.
It's reasonable. Is that your formation?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to gamble that you will not be able to kill me and hit Thor. That you might just be playing to the next turn. And will attack Thor.
And you will be counter-stunned.
Yes.
Unless I move Captain America.
That's true.
Which I think I must. So I will pay 1.
Sure. Get you under 30 again.
Move Captain America.
Attack is 17.
Yeah. I will take 8. Is that right? My defense is 12. Now I'll take 9. Are you following up?
I'm evaluating options. Yeah, no, I think I'm good.
I exhaust and move Hunter's Element. This attack on
You're
Black
gonna
Adam is
attack.
lethal.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's a very rare instance where that would have been useful. No, that's gonna work. I take a bunch of damage.
You will take 9.
Is it really exactly 9? Oh, that's depressing. Oh well.
I'm sorry. Are you having a bad night tonight?
Well, I'm exhausted, so...
I know, but I mean, like, are you enjoying yourself, or is it a miserable experience for you? Your draws have not been
That
spectacular.
game was better than the first game in some regards. I'm sad because I had a whole bunch of stuff I couldn't use again, but it was better than the last game. I got to do a few things.
I don't want you not to have fun, you know?
Yep.
It's not why we do this.
Well, sometimes you have nights where you just don't draw the outs, or you don't see the plays, or like the last game I felt bad because I felt I really bumbled the middle of the game, and also my draw wasn't good. And the combination of that is, not what you want. That game was a little bit better, but I felt really good about getting Atlas. I just couldn't get the stuffs.
Both games were interesting for me because I usually don't go for the reach for the kill, which happened in both games.
Right.
Like, usually if it's close, I'll play it safer.
Yeah, that game was interesting. I had a handful of characters, and some of those were ones I'd bounced to my hands, but I felt like I had a very slight shortage of plot twists. Just couldn't
I think
quite...
maybe that turn you should have attacked Blizzard.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the problem is, if I hit Blizzard, then you have Thor who has flight. So you can just fly over. So I guess the case could be made, maybe the play is I go 100% defensive. I put Zolomon, who doesn't have range, in my back row to reinforce and force you to go through Deathstroke.
Well, no, so you should have led with Deathstroke v. Blizzard.
I could not get Blizzard. I didn't have flight. It
He
has to
doesn't
be
have light. You're
the
right.
only
So it had
on-
to be Black Adam.
Black
yeah,
Adam,
yeah.
which is still not a bad opening.
Well, that makes me fight through either of your two characters, and whoever I hit is very bad.
Right. Well, I think the challenge that game was I just didn't have the life for it to matter, because if I
If I
attack
hit
with Black
Solomon,
Adam,
you ready Black Adam, and you attack my reinforcer,
right?
which sucks.
Yep. Well, if I ever have an opportunity to remove a second one of your attackers from the match, that would be my target. So, like, if you use Thor to hit someone, I'll hit Cap with Deathstroke, and then you're just out of attackers. But when you're fighting against Blizzard, of course, you have to either address Blizzard or acknowledge that you're down a character. But even if I hit Blizzard, let's say I use Black Adam to hit Blizzard, there's nothing stopping you from using Thor hit Black Adam still. You had a 30-point life advantage. I would take a minimum of like 8 points of damage from that and not get the counter stun.
That is true.
So I was in pretty rough shape. If I'd had more life, I'd have a shot, but I just took too much of a beating overall earlier on.
Sorry.
That's okay. We are meeting my prediction. There's still a game yet to play.
I feel guilty when I crush you.
Well, that game was a strange game. It's all right. It doth occur. This one, of course, is A's. And we did see this deck last week. That's okay.
Hang on, my cards are not faced. Chris would never forgive me if I played like this.
Unacceptable! Yo, unacceptable. Oh.
Did you just make an Adventure Time reference?
No, probably not.
Kind of sounded like you did.
You're unacceptable? It's a song from the late 90s.
Yes, but the first thing you said sounded like Lemon Grab, who often says, unacceptable, and he screams it. Not quite like you did, but not terribly dissimilarly either.
I feel like Lemongrass took it from me.
Lemongrass, that's not his name. That's okay.
But I was close, because Lemon was involved.
Yeah, yep, you were right.
And Thor with a force field belt. That's annoying.
And a new identity.
That was less annoying,
I
but
think
still
there's
annoying.
one of that Thor in this deck, or in that
Yep.
deck.
It's
very unusual that I play him.
The thing that to me was most strikingly strange about that game was how useful it was to repeatedly move Cap. I feel like you normally don't do that. And there were two separate
The funny thing is I
instances.
had to move him so I could stun friggin'...
No, you had to move him so you would not stun someone in one case, and move him so that you could stun your own character in another. Like, he did the like, you moved him so that I would
was
be safe.
desperately trying to fizzle Cap's powers that whole game.
That is bizarre. So that was pretty novel.
That's true. You don't get to do that. You are correct.
And both times it was really important the second time.
I'm going to choose the inner die again. I have
That's
one.
another winner, man.
These guys are... I think these guys are odds. That seems about right.
Sure.
I'm dealing myself really random numbers of cards tonight.
I'm gonna
I think I'll keep that.
and we'll see what happens.
It's not terrible. I won't complain about this start. That's a good card to go here. And I have... Raz Al Ghul.
Razagol.
Leland McCulley.
Leland.
He's concealed. I may discard a future foe's character card rather than pay his recruit cost. Excuse me. Return Raz Al Ghul to owner's hand. Unless an opponent discards a card, target character loses reinforcement and cannot have reinforcement this turn. Use this power only during the combat phase.
Legit. I have the Clackstock Brothers.
I hate them.
Yep.
I don't even know who they are. To see what this deck does, because I don't know.
Yep. They're a deck where I haven't said what it's done yet because it hasn't done it.
They have a lot of reservist, medium to small characters.
Yep.
That's all I know.
Reveal a face down resource named Kleinstock Brothers. Kleinstock Brothers gets +2 attack. This attack uses power only once per turn.
I'm going to attack the Kleinstock
Damn it!
Brothers.
We'll take a damage point.
Me too.
Sweet. Get him, Kleinstock Brothers.
Stupid Kleinstock Brothers.
So Kleinstocky.
And brotherly.
Mostly brotherly. I'm amused by this affiliation. It's my initiative. I have Amelia Vote, recruited from my resource row. I can recruit her for free if I want.
Okay. I don't think that's what she says.
I'm sorry, I'm going to put down a different. I'm going to do that one.
If you don't want to pay a research cost, you don't have to.
Just-
No big deal.
Her actual wording is you may reveal 2 face-down reservist resources you control not named Amelia Vote rather than pay her cost.
So you technically couldn't, I think.
I can't do that if she is
She's
in my
your
resource row.
But you could. Okay, I get it.
By doing
All right. I'm not going to recruit her to that.
Sweet. I'm going to tag you for 4.
That's a
I do
lot.
not have a Kleinstock Brothers to reveal,
That's a
unfortunately.
lot.
One day I'm going to reveal a
I'm going to attack the Kleinstock Brothers.
What? And we each take a damage?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Why would you do
Why?
that? You're accelerating the game. What
You
madness.
accelerated the game.
You're... What? I just can't.
What is going on? This draw is really, really special.
Really? I think I have to do this thing.
I'm going to recruit the Cosmic King to my visible area because I'm tired of you smacking me.
Mm-hmm.
The Cosmic King's power is Cosmic. Cosmic King gets +2/+2 this attack unless an opponent discards a card. Use this power only once per turn and only if Cosmic King is in combat.
It's fair.
Some entertaining consonants in Cosmic King's card.
I am going to recruit. I'm going to recruit Senyaka. Senyaka, famous character, Senyaka.
Famous.
Most famous. He says, he's reserves, he says, whenever you recruit a non-army character from your resource row, target opponent loses 2 endurance. He does also have a boost that I'm not paying, that costs 1, that says he gets +1 attack for each face-down resource you control. I'm going to assume that's for the turn. I'm then going to form like this, I think.
Yeah, that's probably good formation. I'm going to attack. Is it my initiative?
It is your
Amelia Voigt. Voigt?
Amelia
Voigt?
Vote. Vote.
Vote?
Vote Amelia.
Amelia.
It's vote.
Amelia Vote.
Vote. What? How does Chuckles work? You can pop him into your hand to strip
I can put
reinforcement?
him in my hand, yes, and remove reinforcement unless you discard a card. I think it's target character loses and can't have, yeah.
Right. I am going to reinforce. So, 2. I will not discard a card for Cosmic. Did you fire
I did not
Cosmic?
fire Cosmic.
Oh. Yeah, it's still the way that goes.
I'd be foolish to fire Cosmic King now.
And I take 2 damage. I'm going to pass.
I'm going to attack your one run.
That'll work. And then I will lose my 1 run.
You've passed again.
Yes, I do pass again.
You like your cards or your characters.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Ooh. Excellent. 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 I had to pick a word.
Yes. I am going to... I'm evens now. I gotta get used to that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I am going to recruit Anne-Marie Cortez. Anne-Marie is a mutant with the mental property. I haven't been reading that. I don't think they have any mutant powers in this. Or any cards that reference mutant powers. She's a reservist. She says at the start of the combat phase, you may reveal a resource. If you revealed a character card, your opponents cannot play plot twists with cost equal to that card's cost this phase. So for the combat phase.
Weird. Whoa, I've never heard anything target a phase before. That's going to be very confusing.
Yes.
And she can only do that during the combat phase, right?
Correct. So it's
So
basically
they should have
like,
just said during the combat phase. That's
Yep,
very confusing.
Yep.
Well, I've got Glorith.
It's Glorith. Hi, Glorith.
Glorith is cosmic, and Glorith's power is free, gained 4 endurance, unless an opponent discards a card. Uses power only once a turn and only during the combat phase.
I apologize. A minor point. I put Anne-Marie Cortez in my resource row and then recruited her. Replaced her. She's reservist, which pings you for 2.
Ah, okay. Sure.
Which will likely be made up by Glorith in moments.
I hope so.
That's okay.
That's the plan.
That's a good plan. Yeah. I think I attack Glorith with these 2.
Interesting. Your attack is 7.
It is 7.
Would you mind terribly if I gained 4 endurance?
No, you may gain 4 endurance. Oh, at the start of the combat phase, I may reveal a resource. I should do that.
Okay.
I will reveal. I'll reveal Remram, who has a cost of 1. So you may not play plot twists of cost 1 during the combat
This
phase.
is complicated. Bear with me.
It is. That's fair.
That's fine. I'm going to power up.
I'm going to flip Ruins of Avalon. It's a location. Activate. Replace a reservist resource you control. You target Brotherhood attacker, +3 attack, this attack. I'll replace Remram.
I will attempt to deal the damage to the 3-drop. And I will take 4. Cosmic King is going to attack the 2-drop.
The 2-drop, how rude. not firing the power.
I may as well do this.
Sure.
I'm going to flip the Kundian warship. I can flip locations, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'll confirm, but I believe that's correct. Yes. Restricts only plot twists.
While an opponent has fewer cards in hand than you, presently you do. Actually, you do not. I'm not going to flip this.
Touche.
I thought you had. I thought I had 5. I powered up. That's probably why I got
That is
confused.
precisely why. So you're not doing that. Cool.
But while I have more cards in hand than you.
Stuff. Yeah, that'll work. So I take 2 breakthrough. And 2 for the stun. Putting me at 38.
I'm going to do something.
You're doing a thing. You may do a thing.
I think that's correct. I'm going to play Altered History.
Okay.
Recover target stunned future foe's character you control unless an opponent discards a card.
Interesting. I'm going to allow that. Then I will pass.
Oh, that's not good. Huh. This infrequently happens. What on earth? I should have done something different last turn. I didn't think it though, so I will be screwed.
Fair enough.
I'm going to recruit Ra's al Ghul. Oops.
Hey.
Ra's al Ghul's power is free. Unless an opponent discards a card, target character loses all team affiliations while defending this turn. Use this power only once per turn and only during the combat phase.
I am going to recruit Scanner to my. Well, I should do it the way that I keep saying I'll do it. I ping you for 2.
And
And then I contemplate for
your
a
3-drop
moment.
is the pinger?
Correct.
What a jerk.
Yep, I mean, it's keeping us even. I think he's got you for 4. Where this is going, that may be it.
I assume Scanner has some text.
She does. She's a 10-9, no flight, no range. Concealed optional. I am going to make her concealed. She has replace a reservist resource you control. So look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put them back on top of your deck in any order. Use this power only once per turn. Don't sweat it.
I think the mice are engaging in a laser battle.
That's probably true. That's
Just,
what they
I
do.
don't want to alarm you.
Yep, it's entirely fair. And I am gonna form. Oh, this is now ready. I guess I form like that.
I think Lorith is going to attack the 3-drop.
I thought you might do that. It's a pretty reasonable play.
These guys do something, right?
No, it's fine. You have dealt me 3 breakthrough, 3 for the stun for 6. That is what happens. Then Anne-Marie, oh boy, how do I do this? Could do it that way. That's one way I could do it. I don't like that way. If I do that, you will do that. And I can't do that because you did that. Which does in turn mean that I would have to do that. Does that mean that's my best play? Maybe. Stupid. Okay. Alright. My 5-drop will attack your 5-drop. I'm going to play from my hand Alter Density. If you control 4 or more face-down resources, target attacker or defender you control gets +2 defense this attack.
I'm going to play Tempest Fugitive. Target future foes, attacker or defender gets +1 defense this attack, and an additional +2 defense this attack, unless an opponent discards a card. Boy, I wish I had that power up, because that would make this a lot easier on me.
Indeed.
And I was silly, not paying attention to the fact that my characters had the same name. Curse you, Ra's al Ghul and Leland McCulley.
I am going to activate Ruins of Avalon to replace a reservist resource I control, get +3 attack this attack. So I will not discard a card.
I would like to remove team affiliations from Anne-Marie while she's defending this turn.
I'm going to contemplate that for just a moment. That is acceptable.
Alright, and I will take 9. I think that's what we wound up at. No, maybe 8.
It's probably not 8. You were +2 defense?
+1 only.
I did not discard a card.
I was
so you got the
+3.
+3 defense.
That's 12, and your attack is 13. So I take 6.
Did you power up also?
No.
Is that okay?
This is +1 or +3.
Oh, it's +1 or +3?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
But
so
your
then
attack
you
is
are correct.
+3 as well.
Correct.
So
And 1 over 2
I
takes
will
6.
take 6. I worked
That's
it
actually a
out.
better card than I thought. I thought it was +1 or an additional +2. That's a good card. Good card.
I'm going to attack Anne-Marie Cortez with Cosmic King.
Indeed.
Would you mind terribly if Cosmic King was big enough to stun Anne-Marie Cortez?
I'm not keen on it. Would make you a 7/7.
7/6.
7/6. Foiling the attack would be pretty great.
But
It would cost me a card. I do not like that. I think I will allow the stun.
okay,
You will also be stunned.
that's true.
4. Do I take a point of breakthrough actually?
Nope.
Or are we tied? We're tied. And we lose our 3 drops. You are so awesome. You are so awesome. that, and I will recruit Harry Delgado from my resource row. I guess it doesn't ping you for 2 anymore, so I didn't need to be fancy about it. Harry Delgado, famous acolyte, has replace a reservist resource you control. Target non-defending character loses reinforcement and cannot have it this turn. Use this power only once per turn.
That's a very strangely worded card.
That's their theme. They just word everything strangely.
A non-defending character loses reinforcement and can't have it this turn.
So I can't do it as a surprise during an attack.
Huh. I almost want to keep Glorith in my front row. I may.
Indeed.
I'm going to recruit Olvir.
Olvir.
Olvir's power is free unless an opponent discards a card. Olvir has invulnerability this turn. Use this power only once during the turn. Use the power only once per turn and only during the combat phase. Wow, that was rough.
Yeah.
You have 2 cards in hand, is that correct?
3 cards at the moment.
3 cards. I thought you had 2 last turn. What did I miss? Maybe I just miscounted.
No, I thought about it for a long time. I did keep 3. Well,
Still don't know what your deck does.
it's fine. Free. Unless I discard a card, Olvir has invulnerability this turn, or this attack.
Turn.
If I do that, he will then do that, almost certainly. And then I could do that or not. That would be a mess. Or I could do that, and that is a very tempting play. At the start of the combat phase, I may reveal a resource. I will reveal a 3-drop. So you may not play plot twists that cost 3 this turn.
Friggin'. I was told there would be no math.
Not for me. This is a damned awkward predicament. I think I have to attack Russell with Harry Delgado.
That's probably a good thought.
I don't see a better one. I'm not in love with it. You've got, I think, a pretty decent setup, but I think that's my best play.
Would it be alright if your 4-drop had no team affiliations while defending this turn?
It's 1 card. I must discard to prevent that. I will accept.
take 9.
Indubitably.
Sadly, I think Glorith has to attack your 4-drop. I will finally reveal Kundian Warship.
Kundian Warship, what?
While an opponent has fewer cards in hand than you, right now you have 1 fewer, characters he controls get -1 defense, and characters I control have flight.
That would make my defense 6. If that is allowed to occur, I will take 6 damage. You will take 4 damage. Is that right?
No.
No.
You
I will take
5.
5 damage, and you will take 4 damage. But then you get to keep all Veer. That's -1 defense at all times? Is how that
While defending.
While
Defenders,
defending, I
yeah.
see. Yeah. I think it's just gonna work. I'm gonna take 5. And 3.
That's slow. Hey, would you mind terribly if I gained 5 life? If not, I'll still gain 2.
You may gain 5 life. Are you sure you were that? I feel like you've lost more life than you should have somewhere in here.
How about if I gain 5 life?
Ugh. Boy. Alright, gain your life. Okay. Must attack your 6-drop.
I assume so. How do you feel about him being invulnerable?
We'll allow it. I think now is the time. I'm going to play Boot to the Head as an additional cost
Boot to
to
the
play.
Head is the
Boot
name of a
to the
card?
Head. It is. It is.
Oh, man.
It's got a picture of the Kleinstock brothers. It's legit. Target attacker or defender gets -3 defenses attack if you replace a reservist Brotherhood resource you control, which I will do. Replace. Do.
So my defense is 8 and your attack is 10. Are you also going to use the location?
I probably should, because it's the only way I'm dealing you damage, so we'll do it. What's this one?
So my defense is 8 and your attack is 13.
Yeah, you are minus. Yeah,
I will take 5.
I will also take 5. And I will use the smaller character, even though she's got a pretty useful power. I think that is the right
Also
choice.
sword position too. And only a very slight life advantage, but I do have initiative.
That's true.
I'm in trouble. This time.
Oh, I might get away with the game tonight. We'll see.
Let's see.
Depends on what you got.
I do have initiative. Strangely, that makes this the better play. I'm going to recruit Glorith again, and the Cosmic King again.
The Cosmic King. Are you recruiting him concealed this time? It
I
appears
am.
You are.
I am.
Right. I'm going to recruit Colossus. Colossus is a character we've actually heard of.
Yes, I have heard of Colossus.
Colossus
That
is
is
kind
true.
of funny. He's got a funny power. Haha, funny. He's a 15/15 with 1 power. He gets +3/+3 while I control 6 or more face-down resources.
Which is not the case.
Which is not the case. But he's still a 15/15. So, you know, I got that going for me. I still have 3 cards in hand. I've very carefully not discarded for any of your powers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do I not lose? Well, first of all, may I gain 4 to life?
Yes.
That helps a little.
I wish it didn't.
Now, how do I not lose? Arr. I think I've got a team attack, the 6 drop.
Here we go.
It still puts me really close, and I don't win either,
Yes.
which is not a good position to be in.
I believe my course of action is your attack is 12. You don't even need to fire the Cosmic King's power at this point.
Do I go for Colossus like this? Oh, it's so close.
Oh, but he's real. Like organic steel and
I think
stuff.
I've got to. I think it's my only shot to win. I have to team attack Colossus like this.
So this is the attack, but
Is that right?
you're
Hang on.
doing so. Okay.
Need. Yeah, you wouldn't let Cosmic King's power fire. Can I make up for that?
No. I mean, you can throw Olvir in the team attack. That'd probably work.
Can I make up for it? Almost can. Well, let's put it this way. All right, I rescind my attack declaration.
So it is the attack phase is yours.
I have already gained 4 life.
Yes.
Can Olvir be invulnerable this turn?
That life could matter this turn. How many cards are in your hand?
There are 3 cards in
So if I were to discard 1 card, I would be -1 defense at all times.
Correct.
And you would have flight. And yet, I can't deny the value of 6 life. It gets invulnerability for the whole turn. Whole turn. Whole turn. Gets you 1 defense. I would be surprised if 6 life were the whole game. You have a fair amount of damage on the board. If I actually get through your characters, that could matter. That's really weird. I will discard a card. That could be the difference. Down to 2 cards.
In which case, I team attack Colossus.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes.
Is the Cosmic King +2/+2 this attack?
So if I answered, why, yes, then your attack would be 14, which is precisely equal to my defense. I think the answer is yes. So I will say yes, and then I'm going to play a card from my hand. This card is Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Play only if you control a Brotherhood character. As an additional cost to play Shake, Rattle, and Roll, replace a face-up resource you control.
Oh dear. Well, you're gambling.
Replace target location.
Ooh.
And there's one card in the deck I don't want you to have. It might be the one. It depends. Oh well. Still.
Well, did you get? You
I
get
am
plus
now.
2 plus 2,
I am
yeah.
now in 1818.
So that should finish me off. I don't have enough to make that up.
Fair enough. I would
So
stun
Lorth,
Glorith and then attack Olvir.
4. You attack Olvir, who does not even have invulnerability. So I will take. Your take is 18.
Yep.
Jeebus. I will take 14 from that,
And then it's a lot more.
and then 23 plus something.
Plus 3 if I
Plus
want.
3 if you want.
I'm okay with the 23.
Oof.
That turn actually sat on the razor's edge because I needed to foil your opening attack, or you would have too many defenders.
It is 16. I had a real hard time with that math there. Negative 16. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have... you actually... You gave me a reservist 7-drop.
Ooh.
The risk, of course, is you can give me reservist characters, right?
Yeah, like you can recruit my dudes.
Yeah.
So
So that was entertaining. Like, I might have... had we gotten to next turn, I might have recruited him.
Yep. Yeah,
I
basically...
definitely would have.
Yeah, he's good. I forget what... and this was the other character that you had remembered. Fabian Cortez. What's the character whose name you were trying to remember previously, I think, when you were guessing Joshua on the stream. I believe you were thinking of
Fabian?
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Sure.
No, that's not
Maybe?
right.
Okay.
There-
So,
He's not the Magneto clone, right?
I don't know if he's the Magneto clone. He's,
there's a clone of Magneto who is the current ruler of what's the
Avalon.
Avalon?
Well, the Asteroid M? Asteroid M or Avalon is probably what you want.
No, they just killed everybody there. But it was like the haven for mutants that Magneto ran.
That's Avalon. Ruins of Avalon?
I thought
Maybe
it was
not.
something like, I want to call it Genosha, but that's not right.
Oh,
something like that.
there is a Genosha.
It might be Genosha.
Could be Genosha.
I think it was like a continent mutant
Yeah.
haven, and Magneto created it, I think, but then his clone was the ruler of it later, and I don't remember his clone's name or
Gotcha.
something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, there's still one card in this deck that is incredibly rude, and I only have one copy of it.
Aw.
And it is also circumstantially unlikely, but it's the one surprise that I shall hold on to. It's like stupid good, but it'll happen infrequently for a variety of reasons. But Big Damn Colossus is arguably...
That was cool. Yeah, I got it.
It's
Especially because you could. I had not foreseen you could replace your face-up resources.
the tricksiness of the deck is really all about I'm replacing resources, I'm
Oh, I'm
hoping
getting
for
corrected
characters.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
New
Well-
Genosha. We were close with Genosha.
Yeah.
Man, we have been out nerded. I am shamed.
Well, I am not. I am a
Shame.
fringe comic book
Shame.
nerd, so I don't.
Well,
feel
you're a
tremendous-
Wikipedia comic book nerd. Which is still something to be respected among certain circles.
What's the name of Magneto's clone? We were trying to figure that out last week. Didn't he have a clone that was a ruler? I thought.
I mean, there's... Fabian actually is in the show, the X-Men animated show from the 90s, so I remembered him. But yeah, it's a group of Magneto's Misfits. That could be the name of the deck, Magneto's Misfits.
So they are followers of Magneto.
Yeah, they're all acolytes. The Colossus has Magneto's colors. the purple, and I mean they are the Brotherhood, right? They're Brotherhood affiliation,
Right.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Which later they just decided to call it Brotherhood because the whole word evil mutants thing was just tacky. And then
I mean, you're not like, hey, we're trying to establish our own nation, and we want
Right.
to have peaceful relations
Right.
with the people of the world, and we're
Evil-
the evil guys.
yeah, evil
Wait,
doesn't-
wait.
Yeah, and you would have people that would like the Kleinstock brothers didn't want to be a part of the organization because of that. So, like we gotta have
They're
the
like,
Kleinstock
well,
brothers.
I am a mutant, but I don't know if I'm evil per se.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I gotta look it up because there's somebody in particular I'm thinking of, and it's
Sure.
not Fabian.
Fair enough. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
But I can't think of who it is.
There's some other fun characters in here, but yeah, the whole thing is like, this is a tricksy deck that doesn't look tricksy. Because there's this juggling act of like, you replace your resources to do some stuff, and I might fuck up my resource row doing that, so I have to use my corrective ways over the course to fix it. So it's like I break my resource row over the course of the match, and then fix it so Colossus is huge. And that's sort of the game. So it's really cool and interesting.
Can you fix it a lot?
Not a ton, but some.
Enough,
I have a couple of ways to do it.
Replacing the reservists is cool. Like, I like the fire. I mean, essentially, it's a finite resource because you at any moment you might not replace it with a reservist character. You're likely to. I assume you built the deck that way.
It's a 3 out of 4 as a character, which is pretty character heavy.
Right.
Sure.
I noticed you were not playing stat mods very much, so you rely on the location for that.
Yeah, there's some, but they're infrequent. It's more. I mean, pretty much everything that is not a character is a minor stat modification.
It's clever.
Or more,
I
but
like
yeah.
it. I don't think it's going to get out of A,
I don't think so.
but yeah, I like it.
It just doesn't do enough. Like, the early game is just the character's powers. I don't have a ton. I don't have a ton of the. Just sort of perusing for alternative. I don't have a ton that lets me muck with the resource row. I think I've got only like 5 cards that can do it, but I'm banking on 1 fuck up in the resource row and 1 fix.
What was weird about my draw that game is, well, obviously I missed 7,
Right.
and I missed 2, which is not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I drew 3 copies of Glorith and 3 copies of Cosmic King early.
Right.
Like, that was most of my hand for most of the game.
Right.
And I think I would have done a lot better had I remembered to put Ra's al Ghul in my hand, because I wouldn't have used him for the power.
Might have mattered.
I would have used him to have 1 more card than you for the rest of the game.
Right. Yeah, that would have mattered. It would have mattered. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, it remains to be seen how fun that deck is to play in the long term. But
It seems technical, but again, it doesn't seem like it builds to a whole lot.
yeah, it doesn't build to a ton. I mean, an 18/18 on turn 7 is novel, but there are ways to deal with something that's just stats. So my hope is that the few stat modifications I have are
Stat muffins?
stat muffins. Yeah, are blueberry enough that it makes you think about your.
Blueberry
It
stat
makes you
muffins.
think about your game. And like I said, there's one other trick you haven't seen that I really have to think when I use that card and hope and pray that I don't give you a useful card. And I can use my 5-drop to help out with that, which I should have done and didn't because I was tired, which is look at the top 4 cards in my deck and put them back in any order. And then I can make sure you get a
right,
useful
and
one.
replace
And
something.
I should have done that and did not.
Useless card. Right.
But there's definitely, like I said, one trick you haven't seen, and it might be
But
several
you have to
more
replace
games.
the reserves to do the 5-drop power, right?
Correct.
Everything's replaced.
So
with
it
reserves.
also comes with
That's
risk.
interesting.
It's sort of a gambling deck.
It's very technical.
It's technical, gambly.
Is the thing I haven't seen like really potent? He needs like a really.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Okay, good.
But it also is pretty circumstantial. And I.
Like, I like their mechanics, but you don't have a kill shot yet.
Yep.
I feel like.
Yep. That's a very fair statement. And their stats are solid to slightly above curve the whole way.
Okay, well,
They're
that
solid
helps,
to
yeah.
slightly. But, like, I am actually counting on Delgado, which is my desired 6-drop, to get at least 1 or 2 big swings on 6 and 7. I mean, stripping reinforcement is pretty potent. So, doing that, my hope is that on 6 and 7 I will get big enough swings to just take you out of the equation. Because I'll just have net gain. So, yeah, again, there's a reason that, it's in an A deck, and the really crazy thing that I can do, it's pretty crazy, but circumstantial, and so I think it's unlikely. I'm gonna read to see if it's crazy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Lord, that's crazy. It's. I wish that the powerful thing it did that you haven't seen is a little cooler. Like, I'll do it once and be like, that's ridiculous, and I'll be like, yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's not like super clever. But it's powerful. So whatever. We'll get a chance to see it at some point and we can comment on it. I'm sure it will happen at some juncture. It's unlikely, but not all the way to like, you'll never see this. And it'll depend on the matchup, so. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, I like the game of juggling resources, and I think it was Chris that had straight up reservist Avengers.
He plays reservist Avengers, which didn't when I did my initial assessment of that, it didn't seem potent, and then he made a deck, and I was like,
kind of potent.
This should be like an A deck. This is never going to get anywhere, and we play it in double A because it works.
It works.
It's like the New Gods. I don't really understand why.
I think part of it is it's got, if memory serves, a lot of the powers scale very significantly based on the number of reservist resources, which they changed with these guys. These guys are like, if you meet a reservist threshold, or face down resource threshold, you can, but there's at least one there's like a card that's like plus X attack for the number of reservist resources you have. So there's a little more scalability, which I think makes its swings more potent.
I don't remember, but it was more effective than I anticipated.
Yeah,
it's annoying to fight against.
Yeah, it is. It's tough to stop reservist stuff.
Well, I think Wonder Man is the key. Maybe I didn't see Wonder Man.
Yeah, he does something insane.
He's like
while he's
attacking, stun somebody else whose cost is less than.
It might be when he enters play, but it's free.
It's enters play.
It's if you are playing a reservist deck, stun something nearly on curve. It's a greater than the sum of its parts deck, I think.
Well, all I was saying, Chris, is when I first looked at those cards, I thought, man, this is kind of meh. But you made an effective deck out of it.
Well, and I think the reality is, that was the Avengers set, so nobody knew we didn't know what we were doing then. We looked at some cards and put them together.
That's true. It was very early.
So the assessment thereof was more challenging.
I don't think I had any decks that were from that set originally, like unmodified. Yeah. I mean, Avenger Bolts I made was one of my early decks, but the current Avenger Bolts is so drastically different.
Right. Very potent. Very well refined concept. Yeah. That was an okay night.
You just make a really big Thor.
What the hell was that? Boy, that was rough. Thor was so big. You wanted 8-drop Thor so badly. You made it so. Yeah, that was an okay night. I mean, that last game, that final turn, like, if you win after Delgado,
I still would have lost. But I wouldn't have lost by as much. Yeah.
But because here's the thing. Like, I have a big swing with...
I didn't have anything. I had nothing left.
Sure.
I think I even did the math wrong on that team attack. I think I wasn't going to get Colossus even if you didn't make him big.
Oh, maybe.
I was kind of... I couldn't figure it. I still can't really figure it. Because I had a power-up, but I wasn't... I thought you were going to discard to prevent Cosmic King from getting bigger.
Right.
And then I was like, well, I have the power-up, so I still have more cards in hand than you by one if you did that discard. But I think my combined attack would only have been... It would have been 13, and your defense would have been 14. So I didn't do the math right.
Yeah.
I didn't do it right.
Yeah, because what I was thinking is if you get Delgado, I counterstun someone.
You counterstun Glorith the same way.
Right. Colossus hits through Olvir, and I have to be careful.
Olvir, and then you swing through for 10.
But I don't know if it's enough damage, because you had 25 health. The thing...
Well, because you stripped the vulnerability, it was enough. It was plenty. I would have been like at -3 or something.
Okay.
Probably -6 with your location.
Sure, because I was trying to run the math and was too tired to efficiently run it, but I knew it was going to be close, because the foil is obviously a huge swing. A foil is always a huge swing. But without the foil, I still have to go through an extra visible character.
Well, but I had to team it. I had to
Right.
attack with one of my visible characters. I could not.
Right,
not
you had
do
to
that.
include one. Yeah, so I would have stunned your visible one. Delgado would have been out of the picture. So yeah, it would have been a 5. I have to swing with Colossus. Yeah.
You got me
Yeah.
pretty solid. But you got me by
Still pretty
less
solid.
than what
Yeah.
I did, which is kind of goofy in retrospect.
Well, we're tired people. So no great games, but we had some amusement. The first game was a little rough. The second two games were
your
decent.
draws were not good, but I felt like I played well during those games.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all the games tonight.
Man, I can't believe that I did not math out in that first game that you would stun Valkyrie because you were going to stun her anyway. Like, my whole brilliance.
I'm sorry. I know that's
That was-
frustrating for you.
Well, that's okay.
That's-
I don't know that I would have won that game anyway or had a chance, but that play was silly.
Yeah.
Let me put all my eggs in the basket you're already stepping on. I guess
Well-
maybe you would have gone for my other 4-drop, maybe, because he is really good. So there's a case for that. But.
I probably would have targeted whoever you put the most powers on that I felt threatened by, and if you put them all on the 4-drop, yes, I probably would have stunned that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
to your point,
I might have tried then to attack
You might
your
try to
big
attack,
character, just to take him off the table.
yeah, because what I should have done, hands down, no question, is put the stats on the 6-drop. Because then you have to attack the 6-drop, or I can get your 6-drop clean. It
Right.
just gets rid of your counter.
Yep.
It gets rid of your counter without you using it. And if you use it, then I can hit through anyway. So it just was a much better position. And I might have ended up getting to potentially, again, depending on whether or not you actually use the puck.
Oh yeah, he takes
Good
advantage of
character.
Carol Danvers. She's a jerk.
Carol Landers is awesome.
I use her in my Titanic,
She is a jerk. She's a real jerk.
which hasn't worked in a long time.
Stranger things have happened for sure.
All right, well, we wrapped up
That was
at
good.
the right time.
Yeah, we're about right.
Yeah, I think we had good game cards tonight. Thanks
Yeah.
for sticking with us,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
We will see you next week. Good night.
Have a good night.